Hey guys, it's the Metal Blade 5, Max More Pikmin 2. Last time, we discovered our first dungeon, the Emergence Cave, and a new type of Pikmin, Purple Pikmin, and claimed one half of a globe to unlock a new area, the Awakening Wood, and this time we're going to explore this very area. There was something very interesting off to the side there, but we can't do anything about that until much later. Greetings! It should please you to know the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hull. The confines of my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. Stand in the ring of light below me and press A to call the purple Pikmin out. So yeah, you're getting them out, there's only 10 of them, but still, obviously don't want to lose them, like I just said last episode. Got a bunch of red Pikmin. I think this is where truly the whole multitasking thing opens up, because over there's some enemies, but there's also a treasure. But over here, there's also something very valuable as well. What? New enemy! What am I getting interrupted for now? Louis, has Olimar instructed you on the peculiarities of Pikmin creatures? The Pikmin form groups based on the color when disbanded with C. Grabbing Pikmin A will also cause them to group by color. Now for the bonus lesson! First, press and hold A to pick up a Pikmin. Then, while you hold A and press B to swap between different colored Pikmin. This is the first time you have heard this? Olimar, remember to properly train new employees. That's not my job, though. I'm supposed to just carry stuff around the place with like Planned Express, but with less idiots, hopefully. Well, anyway, white sheer grubs, they cannot kill you. The purple ones you gotta watch out for, though. This is what's important. I believe there's some around here as well, though. No, there aren't. Okay. So this is where I'm going to have everybody split up. I am going to have Olimar take the Olimar take the reds! There. And then have them deal with this plant. And then the other ones will also deal with this one. And I'm going to have Louis take the purples. And we're going to deal with those enemies that we saw over there that are right next to a treasure. And trust me, even though I've got 10 purple Pikmin, they're all I really need. Because actually I should watch out, because there's actually an enemy that looks like these plants, and it's this guy. Why do the reds come to me? Well, anyway, okay, we're going to take care of these guys. Fast, yes. Then take down the regular Bulbor, but that thing's like right next to the church. Okay, they're gonna get interrupted on this, but this is important. It's a red ball! Astounding! This red berry contains an ultra spicy essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me some more specimens! So while the ship's gonna be like Mr. Krabs, we want to kill this guy, and then he's near a strawberry. So, there we go. There's the purple Pikmin stunning thing coming into play, and wow, he got stunned for quite a long time. Anyway, I believe we can, yes, get that back. I think it's probably best if I had the reds do this, because they'll be a bit faster that way. I think having any purples carry it back kind of slows the speed down a little bit. Or maybe not. Okay. So I think another interesting factor about purples is that when they carry back an object, since they don't have an onion, of course, they will, I think they just carry it to whichever color needs it the most. Assuming that they're the only Pikmin type that are carrying the object in question. Because I think if they have other ones, it will just go to whichever one has the most. Captain Olimar, my research on the red berries you discovered has yielded a powerful potion. Behold, the Ultra Spicy Spray! Although it is untested, I believe it would have spectacular results. I was about to say peculiar. Spray it on all your Pikmin by pressing 2. Give it a try. When necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. Press plus to contact me and confirm your berry count by pressing left on the D-pad. I don't know why the D-pad popping up messes me up. Okay, there. We have some Ultra Spicy Spray there, pressing 2. That will increase the speed and attack power of all Pikmin in your squad. Very good, but of course, want to save it for when it's kind of necessary. So anyway, I'm going to switch back over to Olimar. It takes a while for the berries to go back, but this is generally what I like to have doing multitasking on the surface, is to have one captain just collect berries. This strawberry is a sunseed berry. I believe that's also what it's called in Pikmin 3 as well. And 10% of the debt has been recovered. Okay, so, I need to explain these things much better, is that another important factor about this game when it comes to treasures, treasures are far more plentiful in dungeons than they are on the surface. There are a couple on the surface, but they're nowhere near the numbers that you can find in dungeons. Just letting you know that. Anyway, switching back, I felt like there was something else I wanted to make. Oh yeah, it was just a random story about strawberries, I don't know. The fact that, like, for years of my life I thought I didn't like strawberries, I was practically forced to eat one recently, and it didn't taste that bad. Again, this is kind of the case with a lot of fruits for me, is the fact that the taste doesn't bother me, it's more the texture of them that I find just kind of makes them more disgusting for me to eat, because I don't like the way they feel in my mouth and all that. Okay, so as they're carrying that back, I'm probably going to have these guys take down the wall. I believe purple Pikmin are also strong when it comes to dealing with walls, and they're... Ooh, new enemy! This is a honey wisp. These were in the first game, but I didn't actually remember what they were called in the first game. Of course, you destroy them, they drop nectar, which they can use to flower your Pikmin, which makes them faster. The Pikmin that drank the yellow nectar instantly matured into flower Pikmin. It appears to have enhanced motor skills. What a wondrous nectar. How intriguing. Like plants, Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. Captain Olimar, you must share the information you have with your subordinate Louis. Yes, boss. Yeah, it's best obviously get the purple Pikmin with this as well because how slow they are. They also have like bright pink ones which make up the 2 in the title screen, but now we shall destroy this wall. And then obviously got a new enemy over there, which I honestly can't remember the name of right now. Oh, I just realized we've got a second Ultra Spicy Spray over there as well. So I think if any berries don't really grow back, I think I'm just gonna have like Olimar just go with Louis. Okay. Otherwise, if not, then obviously I'll just try to collect a couple more. No, okay. And we shall help them, because the black walls take a long time to destroy. There is a treasure up there, but it's too high for us to reach. Oh, there's one guy with us. I think he can carry this bag on himself. Yes. I don't know why the number isn't appearing above it, though. That's strange. Okay. Yeah, they're on the last stretch of this. I guess we can get a little bit more red Pikmin for what's coming up, but... Okay. Make more! So, I didn't mean to throw him, I just wanted to pluck him. I was too impatient! There's grass over there. If you mess around with the grass, you can get nectar that way as well. Although, since we've only got 3 here, I want to save it up once you have more. I heard that jingle, that means that the wall is being destroyed. And, of course, they have these back. Okay, we'll take care of the enemy over there. The enemy over here can be actually quite deadly. So, it's only killable in the face. Upside is this thing can only kill 1 Pikmin at a time, with its really pointy nose. Then I believe... Is this the enemy I'm thinking of? No, okay. You can tell... There, that's the enemy. You can tell because the 2, like, smaller flowers have eyes on them. Oh, wait for him to come around. It's supposed to obviously be like a trap kind of enemy. There, this is a creeping chrysanthemum. It's not that hard of an enemy, really. You just more gotta sort of pay attention when it shows up so it doesn't catch you by surprise. There, killed it before it could eat any Pikmin. And we can destroy this, and there is a dungeon over there, but there's actually another one closer, which I think they more intend for you to beat first anyway, so I'm gonna do that one first, then that one. I guess it would be best if we did have some Pikmin still stay behind to deal with this. Probably more reds, because I feel like purple is going to be very useful for what's coming up in the dungeon that I'm intending to do today. So I guess as they're doing that, we can just head on to the dungeon choice. I recommend going with both captains in the dungeon here. Even though I know some of them are going to get warped back to the base, it should be alright. Because again, time is stopped. There is poison around that wall, so that will kill all of our Pikmin, really. Here's the dungeon. This is the dungeon they intend for you to do first. Berserk. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin group would be reassuring. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate no such data. Are my records incomplete? Our second dungeon, if 67 Pikmin, I think that should be enough. The Hole of Beasts, and luckily they do tell you what kinds of hazards you will expect in that dungeon to help you decide what kind of Pikmin squad you want to take into the place. So even though the whole ominous sort of build-up of this dungeon is actually pretty easy. This is our first case, though, is that, unlike the Emergence Cave, I think pretty much all dungeons from this point are randomly generated to a certain degree. I think the floor layout is mostly the same, but, like, enemy and treasure placement can differ. There's a purple sheer grub. Those are the ones that can eat Pikmin. Be careful. Of course, as they are a small enemy, though, they can die in one hit. Come on. Just kill it. Let's see what else. More of them! See, there's a D-pad here. I know this dungeon has like a lot of like gaming-based treasures. All treasures are like divided up into categories. So there's like a fruit category, for example, like for that orange that we got last episode, and for the strawberry we got today. So take the D-pad back. And I believe there is one other treasure in this place. Let me kill you first, just so you won't distract my Pikmin, please. While this is going to be almost kind of a blind experience because of the semi-random nature of these dungeons, but find out what the D-pad is called. Stone of Glory. I was expecting a reference to like a... Oh, that was the only treasure. I thought there was two treasures on this floor. Okay, it's a white one. Sometimes, obviously, when you got the purple Pikmin in there, it can make me think that's a purple sheer grub. And who carried back an enemy? I mean, it's not exactly a bad thing, but I mean, it's just kind of a waste of time. Okay, I know there's something else on this floor that's actually quite good. At least from what I've seen of other playthroughs of this game. I guess not then. I have seen like an egg on this floor that when you break it can have nectar in it, which is nice. Anyway, just delve deeper into it. Oh, the dungeon. Delve deeper into the floor doesn't really make any sense. So level, I think this dungeon has 5 floors in it. I'm not going to be the expert on how long dungeons are, but I generally like to do some of the more simpler dungeons first that aren't, like, obviously mandatory for you to do. Let's see. Oh, this might be where the egg is, because I remember, like, there is some sort of, like, shape like here. This is almost like a plus sign in a way. Nothing around here. So, over here. Ah, yeah. More violet candy pop birds. The only sort of downside really I have with the whole converting into the new types of Pikmin thing is that they will automatically become leaves again, and since the flowers tend to be at the front, that is kind of annoying. Of course, throwing a purple Pikmin into a candy pop bird, I believe, will also return it to leaf as well. So try to avoid doing that. Yeah, there's the egg. That's the egg I was thinking of. Just these two floors have similar sort of layouts, so let's see. Destroy it? Yep, nectar. Everybody drink it. Drink it. Drink it. And that is a very odd camera angle I had at. Okay. We still need to find a treasure. because every floor has a treasure. Let's see. More nectar, okay. Well, there was only one of these. Get the purples to do it. Okay. So, there is a bit... I thought I saw something. Is there no treasure on this floor? I'm really worried to go down that hall because I'm worried I'm missing something, so I'll have probably a quick sort of search around this place. Nope, doesn't seem to be any treasure on this floor. I could have sworn there was at least one treasure on every floor. I swear if there's one that I've missed, I'm gonna be so annoyed because I would like to 100% these dungeons on the first time around because it saves me having to go back through them. Especially for one later on. Okay, here's where the fire hazards come into play. So of course, like in the first game, red Pikmin are immune to fire. But, fire isn't really that big of a deal in this game because you can actually destroy fire geysers in this game. So potentially if you're fast enough, you could have like non-reds just swarm on one geyser and destroy before it actually spurts out the fire. Of course, still best to use reds for that, but I'm just saying. So, okay. I try to be conservative how many I throw, because I don't want to obviously throw like too many and accidentally throw a purple into the mix. Okay, I know there is a treasure in that little like cave thing there. Let's deal with it. If you can destroy that faster, please. I forget what this is a reference to. Honestly, it's some very old like domino kind of thing, or like checkers thing that just has like looks like a domino piece. I don't know. Nope! Oh, thank God. I swear you purples. Give me a freaking heart attack. There, okay. I'm gonna throw them backwards. Let's see, what do you call it? The Strife Monolith. The pointer's getting stuck again. Okay. And then they're gonna do those, but give them a bit of assistance first. I didn't hear the sound effect, so I'm assuming yes, there is a floppy disk in here. I believe yeah, it has Nintendo written on it. I believe these floppy disks were used in the Famicom. And there better not be a innuendo out of this. I wonder what game is that it has on it? Cosmic Archive. Yeah, that's the sound effect going off. I believe there was some thing where you could like delete like a game you had saved on there and get another one, and it would like only cost like the fraction of a price of a new game. But moving on to what I think is the penultimate floor. The little music they have when you enter like the next floor always kind of creep me out a little bit. Okay, there's more fire geysers here. Pointer can cooperate with me again. Let's see. There's an egg. I believe there are some eggs though that can have like enemies in them though. They're not really like a... Well, all my Pikmin are flowers actually. I believe they're not really like dangerous enemies. They're like a harmless enemy like the white shear grubs. But they can kind of sort of distract your Pikmin. When did the purple get in there? Emergency! Pikmin are suffering. If you blow your whistle with me, you may be able to help them. I didn't see the guy in there. Where is he? How did he get all the way over there? It's a fucking purple! Like went to the... Like it went like friggin' became a long jumping champion? I was gonna say go to the moon, but that exaggeration wouldn't really work in this sense. There, these are the enemies I'm picking up. There. They drop a lot of nectar after they're dead. I don't know what they're called, but, you know, they sort of freak out the Pikmin in a way. I'm sure you can take that back. I don't feel like stopping you. What? Stupid! Switching. I really need to figure out the switching thing. Because I'm pretty sure this is actually the game that introduced it. I only recently found out that the whole switching Pikmin you're holding thing wasn't in the original release of Pikmin 1. It was only added in the Wii version. What was it? Music? I heard like sudden like dramatic music. So just checking here. Those things are over there. Back here. Die! You're making them. Okay, no, they just run away. There. Okay. Now regain your composure, and we shall deal with this asshole over here. Or not. You can just decide to overshoot him. And die. And there, he dropped a Game & Watch system. Sure, again, you can take it back, because I'm not... Can't be asked to stop you. There's another violet candy pot bird. This will take back the little playing card. Which... I wonder if... I'm thinking of something that appears later on in this dungeon or something, and that might be one of those changes. So let's see, the Game & Watch is called Dream Architect. I guess it fits. It was the very first Nintendo handheld console, at least, I believe. I think like that color TV game thing predates it, though, but... Let's see, I'm gonna turn some reds into more purples and use that nectar to get them to flowers, and then I'll move on to the next floor. Luck Wafer. Okay, I think I got them all up to flowers. Got all the treasures on this floor. Let's head on. I think this should be the last floor. And hopefully the cursor doesn't fuck with me here, because I really don't need to fuck with me here. Okay, yeah. Final floor. So, as you probably guess, we are going to be going up against our first boss. But there is a strategy that makes this boss even easier than it already is. So, I'm going to have Olimar take all the purples for this. Olimar takes all the purples. Louis takes a single red with him. There. And we shall enter its lair. We have this giant Bulborb here. You just want to throw this one red at it. Immediately call it back because it's going to wake up. And this is Empress Bulblax. So now that she's awake, what we want to do is just want to throw purples at her head and then quickly call them back when she starts trying to shake them off. This is a very slow strategy, but it is the best way to fight her without losing any Pikmin. Because eventually, after a while, she's gonna... When she starts shaking more violently than what you see here, yeah, when she does that, she's gonna roll around and instantly kill any Pikmin in the area by crushing them. But standing here means that they're all perfectly safe. And then we go back. Of course, I'm using purples for this just because they do the most damage. It seems to be almost like after every 3? Or if not, maybe it's because I called them back a bit too soon. There, okay. Seems about every 3 as long as you don't call them back immediately. And now we just wait, but she's at a little bit over half her health. And then eventually, when we get back, continue the assault. Yeah, not the most exciting thing, but I really don't want to lose any Pikmin to the first boss of the game. Okay. Go back to what I was just doing before. Only got a quarter left. She's probably going to do that rolling attack one more time, though. Or maybe not. And I balled it. I balled it because I don't want to take the risk. But she shall definitely die once she stopped rolling here. There. Now accept your fate. There. Thing that after all the shit that Emperor Bulblax put me through in the first game, that I get to take it out on his wife. Don't take that out of context. How bizarre. This device is emitting black light. It must have been ingested by that creature. What an absolutely repulsive life form. Our return to Hokute cannot come soon enough. With every boss that you defeat, you get a upgrade treasure. I'm just gonna take the corpse back just for the hell of it, and then carry this back as well. This is actually a reference to something Nintendo related. This is a love tester, which I believe they made in the 70s. And essentially you would just grab, like, these, like, ball things that were attached to them by a wire, and it would just measure your compatibility with somebody else. I know it gets referenced in WarioWare. Name? Prototype Detector. This contraption seems to react when it approaches treasure. I will connect it to my radar. Ah, it's a gold digger. Processing complete. The treasure gauge is now fully operational. It will now appear on your monitor. The needle will move right as you approach treasure. Yeah, this is actually what's been causing that sound effect to play at the end of floors when we get all the treasures. This thing. Of course, it's run out since we've got all the treasures, and oddly it doesn't react to itself for some reason, but when we get close to a treasure, that thing will react very violently. But there's everything in this dungeon, and this should end up being a pretty long episode, actually. So I'm gonna end it off here, but fortunately, it does save after beating dungeons, so it's not like you're gonna have to restart the whole day if this is the last of this recording session. So, next time on Pikmin 2, we are going to continue exploring more of the Awakening Wood, and of course there was another dungeon there, and my goal is to deal with that one as well. So take care, and I'll see you guys next time.